Hello, my name is Jenna Glonska.
My name is Allison Golanska, and we are representing the Davis and Michigan chapter of HOSA.
We will present our health career display on forensic biologists starting with job responsibilities.
The responsibilities of forensic biologists are varied, but they usually aid criminal investigators in providing evidence that would usually be overlooked. They do this by performing analysis on biological evidence found at a crime scene. There are many ways that forensic biologists can aid an investigation. For example, DNA testing of suspects and victims, conducting blood tests on victims to determine if any drugs or toxins played any role, and performing tests submitted by law enforcement agencies, including infrared spectroscopy, mass spectrometry, and electron microscopy. There are more responsibilities of forensic biologists when dealing with evidence. They also have to maintain detailed logs and records about their discoveries during exams, as well as some administrative duties. This includes guaranteeing that all protocols and regulations are followed and maintained, collecting and inputting data into relevant program databases, and preparing written reports regarding evidence. They also have to bridge the gap between the forensic laboratory team and crime scene investigators. Forensic biologists also have some duties outside of criminal investigation, like assessing environmental contamination and evaluating threats to public health. The path to becoming a forensic biologist is paved with education.
When going to school to become a forensic biologist, a bachelor's degree in forensic or natural science is required. While forensic biology-focused programs are rare, taking a relative major can provide proper training. In order to understand the techniques being used in forensic science, taking mathematics, biology, and chemistry courses are required. While a bachelor's degree is a minimum requirement and will get you an entry-level job as a forensic biologist, is easier and preferable when a candidate has a master's degree. It will open up more viable options to a future for forensic biologists.
On top of being educated, there are many skills important when considering the forensic biology field, one of which is communication. One must be able to effectively communicate with coworkers to ensure the best care and proper procedures. They must also be able to communicate well in high-stress situations. Active listening is another important skill. One must be able to offer their full attention to a group or individual person so that they can understand problems and their nature. Next is critical thinking. It is also important because as a forensic biologist, you must use logic and reasoning to identify strengths and weaknesses of other solutions, as well as finding new approaches to problems. It is important to be able to make autonomous decisions that may be difficult to help the patient. It's also important to be able to consider all benefits and consequences and pick the one that's the most appropriate. In order to become a forensic biologist, it's important to have good stress management and able to endure intense situations. Next are the work conditions.
Forensic biologists work in rather messy conditions. They often have to do field work and collect and examine biological material. Forensic biologists often have to work with material in advanced stages of decomposition. They also have to collect said material by digging through trash, mud, and debris, amongst many other conditions. While the work can be tedious and disgusting at times, it's gratifying to find the missing piece of the mystery that needs to be solved.
On top of messy conditions, there are also many benefits and challenges to the forensic biology field. Because of the lab work in crime scenes that contain biological materials such as bodily fluids, plus the fact that much of their analysis depends on the use of possibly toxic chemicals, forensic biologists will potentially be working in hazardous environments. One of the benefits, however, is the satisfaction that comes with aiding an investigation and providing the information that solves it. Another drawback, though, is that while already working close to a 40-hour work week, forensic biologists must sometimes work longer hours or be on call to respond to a crime scene at a moment's notice. Due to the nature of the job, it is unavoidable that the forensic biologist will witness the gory aftermath of a brutal crime. On top of the mental stress, forensic biologists will oftentimes be pressured into completing their work as fast as possible because they are part of an active investigation. Another benefit is the variety. As you work as a forensic biologist, you will be able to become a specialist in certain aspects, be it analyzing fingerprints or analyzing blood tests. There's something for everyone. Next is the salary of a forensic biologist.
Forensic biologists usually make around $49,000 per year at an entry-level pay scale. Once a forensic biologist reaches the early level of pay, which is when they've worked about 3 to 4 years in the field, they make around $52,000. After 5 to 9 years in field, a forensic biologist has reached the mid-level career and is making around $62,000. When a forensic biologist has worked around 10 to 19 years, they reached the experience level of pay and will be making around $75,000 a year. And after that, they work 20 or more years, they reach their late career stage and will be making around $82,000 yearly. At the early stages of a forensic biologist, the average hourly wage is around $22. At the middle of the career, it would be around $32 hourly, and when they reach the experience level of the career, they will make around $38 hourly.
Lastly is how the job hunt looks for anyone planning to be a forensic biologist.
The current outlook for someone interested in forensic biology field is fairly good since the Bureau of Labor Statistics has predicted the job explosion in the field. It is predicted that between 2019 and 2028, there will be a 14% increase in the open positions of a forensic biologist positions. The field of forensic science is already immensely popular, part due to the media coverage and portrayals in television and film.
This has been our project on forensic biologists, and this has been our career health display. Thank you for watching.
Bye!